Lee. Fuck, marry, kill the cast of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay. This will be easy.
Shaggy, Fred, and Scooby.
You've ruined everything.
So, you gonna answer?
We're talking about from the cartoon or from the movie?
Well, does it matter?
Oh, yes.
Okay, from the movie.
Well, actually, we're always killing Fred, no matter what. I think you have to marry Scooby. He'd be a lifelong companion. Then he would die, and we have to fuck Shaggy. Especially if it's Matthew Lillard.
All right, guys, here we're going to talk about Saturday Morning Mystery. ...2012 Saturday Morning Mystery. Lee, had you seen this one before?
No.
Had you ever heard of this one before?
No.
I saw a poster for this, probably in like 2011 or something, like saying this was coming out, and then I had to get it right away.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Did you see it back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very interested in the concept. So if you know nothing about this, it is roughly a spin-off of a Scooby-Doo from another world, where they're still investigators. They have a van, they have a dog, but they are much more grounded in reality.
Right. It's, I don't want to say like a gritty reboot or something, but it is like...
That's not untrue.
In the way that other movies had been like, what if Superman were real? This is like, what if Scooby-Doo was real?
Yeah.
So they play with it a little bit.
Yeah, the names are all different. The dog can't talk, obviously. Shaggy's still a stoner.
Yeah, no, they have reasonable analogs to the the Scooby gang. I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, they are paranormal investigators / debunkers.
Yeah.
And they trying to make a go at this. They're not very successful, and that finds them on their latest case.
Yeah, this is the story of them going on like one more case. We're gonna go and see like what are we. Let's do it, gang. We got this. And
exactly. So, what are your non-spoilers thoughts on this?
Yeah. I think honestly, it is reasonably successful in its like.
In what it was aiming at, yeah.
Well, to the extent that it is a gritty, dark, realistic Scooby-Doo, I think it does like a pretty good job. I do not think as a like film that it is pretty good, and it falls back on like once we're through all of the Scooby-Dooing sort of stuff, which is not laid on too thick. What I mean by good
it's not really a comedy.
It's like well done.
Like when you think of a Scooby-Doo parody, you think they're going to be like leaning into things, and it's going to be really jokey. It's kind of serious and dry for most of the movie.
Like honestly, the Matthew Lillard, who of all the people to pick, the Matthew Lillard Scooby-Doo movies are like a parody of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
They're like a weird, like zany type Scooby-Doo to like a lot of extent, and this is much more not. It's very dry and very like whatever. And I think that ends up being executed like pretty well. But kind of at a certain point, we're sort of done with all that, and now it's time to like, oh, we have an actual like horror movie to do.
Yeah.
And that horror movie is like not very good in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely throws you on some curveballs and twists here and there. I think it's worth watching. It's not spectacular, but if you like Scooby-Doo, I think this is something that you could sink your teeth into.
Yeah, if you're a fan of like a relatively low-budget horror and you're just cool to be like, I don't really care whether it turns out to be ghosts or killers or slashers or monsters or whatever, and you just want to do a thing, and you're like, oh, Scooby-Doo thing going on, that's cool. Like if that's all
I needed to check it out.
Then
I was like,
yeah, then it will like deliver on this like
something that skirts the line just to avoid a lawsuit. Let's see that.
Yeah, like technically distinct characters. Yeah.
So if that sounds interesting to you, if you've seen this or don't care, follow us over to spoilers, and if not, pull out now.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video and we eat the competition.
Here we are for the spoilers on Saturday Morning Mystery. So give me your spoil-filled thoughts. How'd you feel?
Yeah, I mean that was the overall, right? I was like, at first I was like, this movie sucks, and then like as I pondered it a little more, I said like, oh, you know what? In its attempts to be a Scooby-Doo thing, I like a lot of the stuff that they did with it. And they did with like the characters. I love how like everyone's like, oh my God, stop, you're ruining everything. Stop investigating. We had the cops were involved and now you've fucking ruined everything.
We have wiretaps. We were building a case. You waltz in and fuck it all up. What do you think this is, some Saturday morning cartoon show?
I don't watch television.
The first caper they walk in on is a child like pedophilia caged selling ring or something.
Funny, yes.
What the shit?
Yeah, they fucked that up pretty good.
And the cops are like, oh no. And like Velma is like a neurotic mess who's like, this is what I do and like we need to do it. And everyone else like behind her back is like, should we tell her? Like this sucks. And like it like reminded me of like if you were in like a band in high school, you still have the one friend who's like, come on guys, we have another
make it.
We're doing an album. And it's like we have kids, we're like out of college. Like you're fucking crazy. And like Velma had a lot of that energy going on. I was like, this is a neat thing to imprint onto. What if Scooby-Doo was real? It's like, well, yeah, you'd be
and
famous
there wouldn't
for
just
like,
be job to job linking, paying you money, people letting you stay at their houses as Scooby-Doo did. You have her where her phone's turned off because she hasn't paid. They can't afford to pay for the meal they bought on their credit card.
Been, like denied. Yeah. They're in trouble. They're having a hard time. Right. That's part of why they take this weird case where someone calls in.
Well, they would have taken any case.
Well, yes, but this is like, we need this case, guys. We need this. Yeah.
Sorry, the card was declined. I tried it a couple times.
There's a part in the first case where like blood drips on fake Fred's face, and she's like, "That's blood."
It's blood.
Might be the worst way to find out if something has blood.
Later, she says, "I had blood in my mouth," or something like that. Yeah, they actually call that out. It's very weird, yes.
Very.
That first case is interesting. It's like, it's a projection, and they're doing all this stuff. And like, at that point, I was like, the hell is going on with this movie? Oh, it's Scooby-Doo. I forgot it was Scooby-Doo. This now it makes sense. Fuck. I'm like, why do they have a dog? Oh, fuck. Yeah.
That's like projection. You're like, oh, right. And then like when it cuts the other angle, you're like, that's a very obvious projector. I don't know how anyone would feel.
I didn't hear the giant projector. The heat alone coming off that projector.
It's a projection.
The movie itself is a bit slow for my liking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, especially when you go into it thinking Scooby-Doo, you do think it's going to be like at least a little bit jokey and this and that. Not that I require that.
We didn't have Shaggy and Scooby hiding in pots or like running back and forth between open doors while they played the like the conga noises.
He didn't really even have much stoner humor at all.
No.
What he did have was he took a whole thing of acid and put it inside their drinking jug, like to hide it from a cop, and then they filled it up with water, and they're all drinking it high as a kite.
Yeah.
Which also could have played into the movie a lot better, I think, if you would have played that up more.
They did not use that properly, because that's, like, listen, like, I like the Scooby-Doo thing. Scooby-Doo as modern-day paranormal investigators, like, that's got legs. I think that works, and more people should try to do it. Mm-hmm. And now, right, where it's like, because some of them have lines like, wait, no, this is real ghosts. Ghosts don't exist. No, fuck, it's ghosts. Like, finally, we have ghosts. I'm so excited about finally. And yeah, if they're all accidentally high on LSD, I'm like, now we got a movie. But yeah, that doesn't really get developed properly. No. It's just... Like it seems like once they realize that they're high, it just fixes everything. And I'm like, that is not how that works.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
because that could have been your good reason to really slip into a lot of the traits that Scooby-Doo has. Like he could have been talking to the dog.
Yes, he could have thought the dog could talk.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just behind my ear, it's my spot. Wanna go chase a car? I like chasing cars. Fuck you!
Like their gag where they're going in this door and coming out that door and things are lost. Like it was almost played for realism in this movie. But if you would have gone to that really high, it could have been like, I saw him go in that room, and then he came out of that room.
Yeah.
Whoa. Like.
Yeah, like, and like this is not that movie because as we said, it's like not a comedy. But yes, like being on drugs,
but even
and
taken
like,
very seriously, not comedic.
I was
like
gonna say,
horrifying drug trips. Horror.
That might be too subtle for them, but I would have liked that where you're chasing someone and then like someone's chasing you and then you're chasing them accidentally and all of you realize it and then you flip around. Like and again, like that's not this movie, but that's the kind of stuff that you would if we really wanted to maximize our precious time here in this film, we could have injected those things.
When they realize that, they are drugged, is right after Fake Fred's van, bursts into flames.
Yes.
He's like, okay, so we're really high. So you're telling me there's a chance the van's not actually on fire right now? Oh no, that thing's on fire.
Oh no, it's definitely on fire.
So what you're telling me is that the van could potentially not be on fire out there right now?
No, I'm not saying that. The van's on fire. I'm saying you guys are tripping balls.
That was like the only funny line I think in the movie. Yeah. But it did make me laugh.
No, that was a funny line. I do think that the fire effect looked awful, and it was jarringly bad in a movie that doesn't have a lot of stuff that's good or bad or whatever, just doing its thing. Yeah, I like Daphne and Fred like having sex and it getting weird where he's like, yeah, put the belt on my neck. Like all this, it gets like creepy and like whatever. I like Fred being like, what is this? What am I, like the money? Like, why are we doing this?
What is this?
What is what?
What we have.
Like questioning the whole thing. Where, oh fuck, Fred was like the rich kid, and he had like the ascot, right? Is that a thing?
Well, Daphne
Scooby-Doo?
was the rich one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Scooby-Doo.
You got to go back to your ancient lore. A pup named Scooby-Doo when she had a butler.
Jenkins?
Yes, Miss Blake.
Be scared for me, would you?
Right away, Miss Blake.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she's rich as hell.
I didn't realize I was discussing this movie with a Scooby-Doo expert.
I'm an aficionado, you see.
For my take, as a casual childhood fan of Scooby-Doo, it just like fit and made sense that these people, right, and they all, and finally, I liked that that Shaggy like goes to Velma and says like, I don't even give a shit about any of this. I just want to be around you and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. 'Cause she's having like a breakdown. Like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Why did I think we could keep doing this? Oh man. He's like, no, let's just you and me. Let's go. It's this like beautiful little moment in the middle of this like C-tier horror movie, right?
You gotta take me with you.
Floyd.
Look, I know. Look, I don't care about any of this. I don't care about any of this. I only care about you.
And then they see a car, and another brilliant line is like, tell me you got a Slim Jim in that bag.
Tell me you have a Slim Jim in that bag.
I totally have a Slim Jim in this bag.
And like, you don't directly know where he's going with that, and he is playing a Shaggy character, so you think that dude wants to snap into a Slim Jim.
Oh, okay.
And then bam, they're breaking into a car.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I just took it literally, but I still liked it.
Yeah. I like that Shaggy was a good guy. I like that ultimately, as he professes his love for this girl, he dies.
Yeah, he fucking
The man
dies.
gets like brutally stabbed. And like doesn't even get a shot off. Like he pulls that axe back and it like is just impaled multiple times.
He does the whole like grabbing the killer's like legs, trying to
like
save
the boss,
them so much. It's great. He goes out like this movie did really well by Shaggy. I thought. Yes. Fred dies like a bitch instantly. It's horrible.
Fred gets his head cut off so quickly.
Yeah.
Like a ting. But like Fred also is chasing a person into the darkness.
Oh, yeah,
he doesn't know that that's not the only villain. So like he's pummeling a child. Yes.
You're a fucking dog? What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck you! Fuck! Piece of shit! Fuck!
And then he gets his head taken off. So he's kind of a bitch. Okay.
He doesn't know. Pummeling a child was good too. Yeah.
Because they killed his dog.
Motherfucker!
It's great.
And like they all took that hit. Like it wasn't like Shaggy's dog, because I think even Fred goes, "You killed my dog." Like it's not even his dog. Like
You're a fucking dog? What the fuck is wrong with you?
you see a dog get killed, you're gonna go after somebody. Especially they're eating your dog. What the fuck?
Yeah, and there's like lingering, LSD.
Oh yeah.
Fueling their like manic rage, at this point, could have been more. We're kind of dancing around it though, but like, there's no funny scene where someone takes a mask off of someone. There's no like,
there's feigned ideas that a person's
things.
missing a face, but he's not.
He doesn't have a face.
I don't know what that idea about was.
So.
He didn't have a face. He didn't have a face.
His face looks weird.
He like had like a stocking on or some shit.
I think. I don't even know. I don't think it's impossible to make a movie with like killer rednecks, mutant rednecks, and have it be good. I'm just like, damn, this is this was, in my opinion, like the bad part. Like the latter third. There's almost no more Scooby-Dooing, and we're just running away from rednecks again.
What it should have been is you should have pumped in more onto the LSD aspect. It should have been high as fuck, and it should have been the whole business is just homeless people live there. And they're just freaked out by the homeless people. The homeless people are freaked out by them. And like maybe somebody gets killed in like, you know, in the jumble. And then it's this thing of like, oh, there's monsters, oh, and they're trying to get those people, and those ones just want to get the fuck out of here, and like some shit happens there. Because 90% of the time you hear weird shit, it's a crackhead. Like that's what it is.
And like that has such a more interesting, because here it's like, oh, maybe the parents killed themselves, but maybe the kids didn't die and they stayed here. So it's a brother and sister, deranged lunatics living in this house forever. Yeah, and they have a kid and all this crap. I'm like, oh my God, that's so, like, you just had that horror movie maybe filmed already, and then you were like, oh, let's make it Scooby-Doo. Like that has nothing to, like you know, to your point, like there's nothing about this that fits with their whole thing. And like that might be what it's supposed to be about too, but it's not. Where it's like, oh, I wanted to pull the mask off of a fake vampire and be like, it's the guy that called us, it's for the insurance, or like, but like no, it's just nothing. But they don't even make that dramatic enough where like they find the old guy in the trunk, right?
Hey guys, I think the banker's in the trunk. What?
And it's like, wait, what's really going on? It's just kind of like, there are rednecks who wait until the proper time to assault you for invading like their home, right?
And like, why is the banker even there at night? Why is the groundskeeper there at night? I love when the groundskeeper runs away and like he's like throws his rake or his shovel, whatever it is. He's like,
please.
Right.
And then like that racist bank guy is like names like 3 Spanish names. He's like, Manuel. Something else? I can't think of any Spanish
Diego,
names.
Felipe.
Something.
Alejandro.
Alejandro might have been there.
I don't know.
Nah, it wasn't.
I can't remember the scene you're talking about at all.
Pedro! Manuel? Javier! Shit!
No, I can't. Where he's calling them, and then he's like, no, please, trust me. But like, I don't even want to say that. Like, that doesn't make sense. And how long have they been there? And don't they live there? And who is that guy? And what's going? I don't even know. Right? It's fine. That should just be the
somebody else has lived there in the interim. They said someone moved there and was killed.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay.
15 years ago, there was a couple that lived here.
What happened to them?
They died. Multiple stab wounds.
So once you see,
and what is that weird scent? They have like one room that the ending takes place where where the cop is tied up, and it's like a courtyard almost. It's a giant room with like big shit in it, but it looks like it's also outside a bit. I don't know what that is.
I was just gonna mention that they have like a courtyard's a good word. I'm not sure what the word is. Atrium, solarium,
some shit.
It's like part of a castle, and it's full of shit. And there's like, I don't know what I saw.
They have Christmas lights.
Okay, I was gonna say like there's like garbage and like doll heads with one eye or something. There's all this trash everywhere. It's just the cliche end of the horror movie, like place where you go to fight the bad guys. And they do the thing where like the like female mutant redneck is like crawling on top of the cop, like, oh, is it sexual now? Oh, he doesn't like that. It's, how creepy and twisted and all that. And I'm like, wow, even for 12, right? It's 2020. I'm like, no more. I can't do this, anymore. You need to have like a twist. And they did with Scooby-Doo, but that's only for the first.
That wasn't their twist. That was like their hook.
Well, that's their
like we got you with this, the gimmick. Yeah. I thought the cannibal woman, when she's like on all fours, just trotting through the woods just after they're in that courtyard thing. I thought that was an effective shot.
Go. I can take a nap.
No.
I like that. Ultimately, they got killed pretty easily. Like once it was time for them to die. I didn't like that Daphne, like Velma, I guess is the one that would have been. Velma just like risked everything for this cop she just met. She let her like her best friend died to save this cop, and it doesn't seem like a proper trade-off. Like once you're free, you're free. That dude, like you met him today, and maybe she likes him. Oh, he's cute, but he spilled the coffee. Fuck that guy.
That's something I would do, is jump over a fence and just knock over all the coffees. I was like, damn, dude.
I like that he doesn't even pick it up. He just moves on, just holding the donuts or whatever it is.
He's like, oh, sucks to be me. And walks off the thing. Yes. No, yeah, that was weird. Them going back, the whole thing, because really, again, like just take your premise and like grind it out. Be like, we gotta solve this mystery. No, this is for our dog. This is for something. Do something. Structure it so this is you like earning your thing of like, I didn't think I could do it, and I'm not sure even what I'm doing anymore. But you know what? In life, you gotta something and do it. Just fucking, you don't have to say all that out loud, but just fucking have the characters do that. And like they almost do, but yeah, they go there to save a cop that they met that morning.
Yeah.
When
all your friends are dead.
When they're when like your dog and your friends and the guy that hired you are dead, your car is destroyed, you're still half on LSD, and you're like, we need to do the right thing here, and fucking
not to be sexist, but the ones that were the physically capable ones are already dead and died effortlessly,
easily dispatched by these people. Yes.
And like, something that always annoys me is like you're in someone's domain. Like they know there's a bad guy.
Yeah.
They have found his axe, so like maybe he doesn't have a weapon now. But they head out and they all have their flashlights on as they go, and I'm like, dude, like this is like classic manhunt tactics. You say yes, there's allowed to have flashlights. That way you can see where the enemy is. You don't use the flashlight. Like that's dumb.
There you go.
It's why they would have.
Yeah, you're kind of advertising yourself.
You're exactly doing that.
You know they won't have flashlights.
Yeah.
Because they are mutant rednecks that can see in the dark, inbred, wilderness people. I can't even. It's so. Come on, man.
What were they in Arizona? Like what state is this? Do you think?
Yeah, somewhere southern. It felt like The architecture and the houses and stuff.
Wasn't exactly sure. It looked like a very cool place. Like this was a great set to be shooting on. This obvious real mansion.
Yes.
I like that.
No, and there's some good stuff earlier on with like the ghost hunting aspect of them setting up cameras, and you see footage from like the truck where he has like the million little cameras and stuff. I was like, okay. And they find weird shit in the house. There's like a pentagram made out of sticks and crap.
Yeah. A pile of sticks on the floor.
That's a pentagram.
Yeah, that figures.
But I'm like, we got it, guys, because like on Scooby-Doo, they would never find like a pentagram and from weird, right? So I'm like, oh, cool.
Looks like a soccer ball made of sticks.
Yeah.
That's a pentagram, you idiots.
It looks like a soccer ball made out of twigs.
Fucking Daphne gets cut in half. Like, dude goes at her with the axe. Like, he gets a few chops, but he totally separates her torso from her, her legs. And her guts are out, and fucking Velma has to kill her best friend.
Yeah.
It's once more than losing your best friend, losing your dog, losing your potential love interest, losing the money. You have to kill your best friend. That's so brutal.
Please kill me. Please.
What's funny is the cop saw her do that, and then after the credits, he's like, I have to book you for that murder. You murdered that chick. It's like, oh no, fuck.
I wonder how that would play out.
I don't know.
I can't imagine anyone would be like, no, she could have lived.
Yeah.
No.
Cut in half, probably not a good. I hated that because she's cut in half, and that's so goofy to me, and I didn't like the thing.
A perfect cut in half with an axe is very dumb, yeah.
I mean, yes, but like, we're not in that movie really, right? Like Fred, the dude's just running and kind of like he's knocking a mailbox, just like immediately cuts off his head.
Can you confirm that dog is eating a human hand?
Can you confirm that this dog is eating a human hand?
Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Yes.
I like that. I would have liked to play up more of that angle of like, I'm seeing things that aren't really there.
Yeah.
My favorite shot in the whole movie, though, is definitely while fake Fred, I think his name is Chad, is doing it with fake Daphne. You got fake Shaggy watching on the camera, and he's like, and just eats a big chip. And I was like, they nailed Shaggy.
And he's like, okay, this is sick.
Nailed it.
Yeah, he's like Eugene from Walking Dead, right? He's got his it's like, that's a little creepy, dog. I like what you said about developing it more, because I forgot to say earlier, yeah, when your whole cast is on acid in like a strange place and strange things are happening, yeah, I want there to be an ending where we realize that like none of that was real, and actually, or like some of that wasn't real, right, or something, right, some sort of weird thing had, you know, to happen, some sort of
realize literally everything was not real, and it goes, oh, sweet, my van's fine. Shaggy, oh no, man, sorry, I
burned that down.
Yeah, burn that down.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
And that's the ending button on it.
And that's your funny little thing. Yeah. What do we get instead at the end? The two main characters make it out alive. They go in the car. There's some pathetic line of dialogue, and then the kid, the little one, is here, and he smashes their windshield a little bit.
Can I have the keys?
And then it ends.
Right.
You're left to wonder what may have happened. Will a sequel come? I don't know.
Here's what I think happened. They drive the car.
They drive it forward real quick, and then forward more.
I don't know. Maybe they hit the brakes real hard, something, and the kid falls off.
She still has the gun, I think,
away.
too, so not too big of a deal.
I'm not at all worried for those characters. This is not like a virus or like a paranormal thing that spreads in any way, where I'm like, oh no, they didn't remove all the infection of the mutants.
I also don't care if they die.
Right.
They have no impact on me whatsoever.
Well, why would you? Yes.
No. The character I liked was Shaggy and the dog, and they're dead.
I liked Velma too.
Velma was I think she was a decent actress. Yeah. I just didn't really care for the characters. Like there wasn't much meat on that thing for me to go like, oh yes, she did this, that, and that. Very, very good.
Yeah, I didn't feel like she had the growth or the arc or whatever you want to have.
I didn't really have one
in a
at
main
all.
character for something to happen.
Yeah.
Where she goes, I always wanted this, and then I got it, and I don't like it now. Right?
Yeah.
She didn't really.
No, honestly, once they killed Daphne off, I'm like, well, how far can she go? It's like gonna be I got the guy, yay! Like that's the end.
Yeah. People die and they kind of make their way out or make their way through and everything. But yeah, there's not. I really do feel like the first 2/3 have something going on, and then it last third kind of just becomes a normal horror movie, which I think is unacceptable, but also like not a super good one, not a super good horror movie.
No, kind of a cliche thing where like everything you set up and wouldn't obviously know is true is what's true. It should have been a classic misdirect where you couldn't have predicted the ending, like a Scooby-Doo thing, where it's like, Mr. Jenkins, who the hell's that? Oh, he's actually the sheriff's boss. What?
Yeah, and then like a flashback to something. I thought the sheriff might be in on it, right? Something like that, some sort of conspiracy where it's not this that it obviously is. Yeah, kind of weird in a Scooby-Doo treatment to not do a Scooby-Doo ending.
Yeah. So my ending thoughts are like, it was all right. It could have been a lot better.
Agree.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.